Hey guys, what's up? Dislikes don't matter. I wanted to open with that. I am Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I wanted to talk about dislikes because it seems like someone is mass disliking my videos just because they don't like me. So let's go ahead and just quickly talk about that, and then we'll get into the SDCC stuff. The reason why I think dislikes don't matter is because they don't really tell me anything critical about the video, first of all. So it's not like it really helps out. And two, I don't know if someone's doing it legitimately or because they're trying to get to me. It's happened before where someone will dislike all my videos, which, by the way, it's so obvious when someone always dislikes the video. Like, I don't think every single one of my newest videos have gotten a dislike, but the majority of them have, and I believe I even know what who's doing it this time around. So I just want to say it doesn't really matter because someone's just doing it just to hate on me, and then that's pretty much it. So doesn't matter. I wanted to say that before the guy, dislikes again. He's probably going to do it during this live stream. Really does not matter to me at all whatsoever. Dislikes do not matter. I got a video with 200 dislikes. I don't care. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about SDCC. I will talk very briefly about the new stuff because there isn't a lot of new stuff. There's mostly the Bumblebee movie stuff. There's the stupid Blitzwing thing, and just a few other things I want to talk about. But I want to edit down my Metal Hawk review that's coming out, so I need to work on that, and then get that posted. So again, this isn't going to be too much, especially compared to the previous live stream videos, so let's go ahead and jump into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is not SDCC related. It's the fact that I got a new haircut. Oh my god, what happened? Yeah, I just thought I needed a haircut. It's time. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but whatever. Apparently, I look like Thor from Ragnarok now. I just need an eye patch, apparently. So there's that. But yeah, if you guys like the haircut, well, there you go. Is there fluff in my hair? Weird. Anyways, whatever. SDCC. So it came out that during the panel for the Bumblebee movie that Travis Knight decided to go with a more kind of a mix of the Michael Bay aesthetic to the Generation 1 aesthetic, which I think is a good thing because that pretty much combines fans of both the Michael Bay aesthetic, which I understand where they're coming from. I mean, I have a lot of the Transformers figures from that, and the G1 aesthetic, which a lot of people are a fan of. So I think that's good. It also reminds me of a little story. I was in a hangout on one of the Discord groups I'm in, and someone came in saying, I wish Michael Bay directed the Bumblebee movie because he would do so much better than Travis Knight, because Travis Knight directs kids' movies. Have you ever seen Kubo and the Two Strings? There's a lot of adult themes in them. Some that even make me feel uncomfortable, and I'm a freaking adult. And apparently those are kids' movies? No, I call them family movies because I don't just think that they're just made for kids. I think they're made for pretty much anyone. Paranorman, pretty much made for any age. Coraline, pretty much made for any age. It's a stop motion film, but I don't consider it really kids film. The closest thing to that would be Box Trolls, which I just think is not one of their greatest films, but whatever. I mean, I didn't even hate it. It's just not really a great film. So with that, I just thought it was kind of silly saying that a director can't direct a different style film because he directed these films beforehand. It's like, why are you restricting that director to one thing? Look at Mark Wahlberg and everything that he's done. You know, he's not even the greatest actor in the world, but he's done multiple things. Look at Will Ferrell. It was in the Lego Movie and the other guys. So what does that tell you? Jonah Hill, it was in This Is the End and How to Train Your Dragon. Different films and for a completely different audience. So, and Jay Baruchel, also in the same boat as Jonah Hill in that regard. So, you know, there's that. When do you think Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man forever? There was a point in his career where he got painted up to look like a black guy. And I think that was the joke. So saying that Travis Knight can't direct the Bumblebee movie because he's directed kids' films in the past, you're kind of bullshit, because now you're saying, oh, everyone can only be restricted to one thing. Okay. And also, the Bumblebee movie should be more like Paranorman and Coraline anyways, you know? Not as, ooh, spooky for Halloween type thing, but more, you know, it's for family, you know? I was about to say for kids, but no, it should be for the family. So I just think it's kind of ridiculous, you know? Especially when you say, oh yeah, but Michael Bay should direct it instead. Have you seen the previous movies? He's got more childish humor in his film than anything that Travis Knight has worked on, or at least immature comedy, or just comedy that doesn't really work. Anyways, I believe even Travis Knight, I haven't watched the whole thing, but even Travis Knight has said something about Michael Bay's work and compared this current film to that. I don't know. I can't really say for sure. I haven't watched the full thing, so I just read up on the highlights of TFW 2005. By the way, apparently new footage is coming out soon. I believe it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. I think that everything's kind of holding back on trailers right now. I mean, Aquaman's trailer is coming out tomorrow, or technically today now. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see when the Bumblebee movie trailer. It might not even be a trailer. It might just be some sort of reel with some clips added to it. Apparently, it's going to have more of the Decepticons, which is what I was kind of hoping for. So that's good. And then we also have Optimus Prime is pretty much confirmed in the film, even though that was pretty much already confirmed for the film. But they didn't really say anything about the footage that he's going to be in. Just pretty much saying that Peter Cullen has worked in the film and Optimus Prime is involved. Apparently, there is going to be scenes in Cybertron that pretty much explains why Bumblebee is on Earth. And I think that's a good thing. Maybe we'll see Megatron rip out the voice box of Bumblebee at some point. That would be a nice little addition to the film. Yeah. I think out of anything, Optimus Prime would be seen on Cybertron. Now, I know someone's going to say, well, there's a toy of Optimus Prime in his Earth-style mode. Yeah, but I can't really say that that's going to be in the film itself. I think that they just made that as a toy because Optimus Prime has that old style truck mode. So I guess maybe it's just inspired by the evasion mode Optimus Prime. Kind of like how the Megatron in this toy line is based on the Revenge of the Fallen design. So I can't really say that that version of Optimus is going to be confirmed in the film and that he's going to have an Earth-style alt mode. In fact, I actually don't think he's going to have an Earth-style alt mode in the film. I think he's going to be on Cybertron out of anything, and it's pretty much in the scene where, you know, it explains the origin of Bumblebee and how he got to Earth. So I wouldn't get too excited for Optimus Prime, except for the fact that, hey, Optimus Prime on Cybertron. But we saw that on the last night, and that wasn't good. So I think out of anything, I would like to see Megatron rip his voice box out. I think that would have been a good scene. So before we go into the big news, let's talk, or let's give the shout outs to the people who are in the chat. TF Reviews NL, Mondo 711, Prime 1, Transformers Normality, Daniel Perez, Ghost Hoodie 300. Yes, the GoBots comic was announced. I'm not into GoBots, so I don't really have too much of an opinion on that, but I think it's cool that GoBots is getting involved into something nowadays. Shadow Vaporeon. You don't like that Shatter toy? I'm just going to explain. That Shatter toy is not the deluxe. That Shatter toy is like, the last night had these toys that were like the Titan figures that don't really move too much, but don't transform. And then later on, they gave a couple of them an alt mode and a little bit of a transformation, even though it wasn't really that much. But they did that for a couple of the figures. And I think that the Shatter is going to continue from that line. So I don't think that's definitely not the deluxe Shatter coming out. Oh, that's another thing. Dropkick and Shatter are confirmed to be triple changers. I don't know if they're going to scan a different alt mode at a certain point of time. But yeah, they are triple changers, much like Drift was. Now, with the idea that they're triple changers, I would hope to see a triple changing toy so that maybe we can repaint it as Springer. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think they're going to release a toy that's going to triple change just because it just seems like a lot. And if anything, it's going to be a small gimmicky toy, or a much larger gimmicky toy. Because if you notice, some of the toys have either a car mode or a helicopter mode. Because if you look at the Power Plus or Power Igniter figures, Dropkick just has the car mode, but the Deluxe has the helicopter mode. So what I'm thinking is that they're going to go like the Dark of the Moon, Wreckers route, where some of the toys had the correct alt mode, and then some of them had the NASCAR full-on style looking alt modes. And what I think is some of the toys from different classes will have the car, and then some of the toys from at least the Studio Series Deluxes will have the helicopter mode. I think Shatter might have the car mode just so that it could go differently compared to Dropkick, but I'm not sure. Anyways, going through the shoutouts, Blue Ink 22, SJG Prime Productions. How's it going? Going good. I got a haircut. That's nice. Gaudi Scroll Productions. Trans Theories. Yes, I did see about the NPM Soundwave, but you should probably say third-party NPM Soundwave because when you say NPM Soundwave, I got excited thinking, oh my god, there's an official Soundwave coming out. But no, it's a third-party one. SJG about the name of that Jet character, Travis Knight himself said it, and I even watched him say it. Derpimus Prime, Angelda, Fernandez Baker, Ender Sage, Colatron, and let's see, and Tony, and let's see, Mark 2131. And Devastator the Gamer, and Taco Doggo. Okay. How many Studio Series lines do you think there will be? Do you mean how many Deluxes and Voyagers? I'm not sure. I think we're going to get the rest of the Bumblebee movie characters at least. But I want to see more. I want to see Sideswipe. I want to see Soundwave and whatnot. There was something in your video transfers that I want to correct on, but I can't remember what it was. I feel like, did you say anything about how the orange lockdown is is lockdown? I don't know. I've seen so many videos on that, and it now at this point confuses me. There's a spider right there. There, got it. I don't like spiders. They're freaky. No, it's Shadow Raider, not Shadow Striker. But yeah, it's the drones from Age of Extinction, not the ones that were designed by KSI, but Lockdown's drones. I don't like spiders. Anyways, I don't think we need Studio Series Combaticons because we already got one, and that's Brawl. So, anyways, what else was I going to talk about? Okay, so we're gonna get new footage. Okay, trying to step back what I was talking about. Okay, so Travis Knight himself, and I reported this on YouTube, and someone said, "Oh, I'm not going to believe some YouTuber about this. I'm going to believe it when they officially come out with it," and they have officially come out with it. Sorry, I keep seeing the chat and it distracts me. Okay, let me try something. Don't know why my camera's all the way up to that. Okay. Now I can actually focus on what I'm talking about. Okay, so Travis Knight himself has come out and said that it's not Starscream and it's not Ramjet, which a lot of people are guessing and trying to tell me that it's Ramjet. It is Blitzwing. And someone went back to my video on Starscream, or my reaction, I can't remember which video, and tried to tell me that, oh, it's Blitzwing, even though I just made a video saying that it's Blitzwing. I hate this, not because of the fact that it's a triple or not a triple changer, or it doesn't seem to be a triple changer, which is weird because we've got 2 triple changer Transformers, and then you're going to throw in Blitzwing and not make him a triple changer. That's weird. Or at least it doesn't seem like it's going to be a triple changer. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't, but so far it doesn't look like it. I don't know. But what pisses me off about it is it's so clearly looks like Starscream. Now, there was a report a while back saying that, oh yeah, it's Starscream. There was the official blog that said it, and then that report got pulled. And now people are saying, oh yeah, that got pulled because it was a leak that they didn't want to be announced. Or maybe it's a mistake because people were saying that it's Starscream, so someone had to type that in and then got told, oh, that's not actually Starscream. You might want to pull that and not reveal the name. So, you know, that's a possibility. I'm not saying that it might not be possible that it is Starscream and they just gave us Blitzwing just to be assholes about it. But my problem with it is not the fact that Blitzwing is in the movie. I kind of like the fact that Blitzwing is in the movie, but the fact that he looks like Starscream. Why do you have a character? This is what I kept on saying. Why do you have a character that would look like someone else? And apparently they did that. They have a character that clearly looks like someone, but apparently is someone else. And someone tried to tell me, oh yeah, well, the Bayformers in the films, they don't always go with the traditional designs. Like Ironhide doesn't have his traditional design like his Generation 1 self. Okay, but Ironhide is not meant to look like someone else. It's not like Ironhide looks like Blur. So, like, that doesn't make sense to me. I get that this universe does not have to go exactly to the traditional design, but again, it's a character that looks like another character. It's Blitzwing, but it looks like Starscream. Again, that's like going, that's like looking at, or giving Ironhide a design that looks like Blur and then saying, no, it's Ironhide. Like, that wouldn't make sense. So, especially when Travis Knight seems to be going a original route, and he could pretty much. He went with the jet that has red and gray. He could have gone with the jet that has gray and purple, but no, he would decide to go with a gray and red jet. And apparently it's Blitzwing. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I don't get it. It's weird. I think it's kind of stupid, to be honest. But apparently that's what we got. And before anyone says otherwise, Travis Knight himself has said, it has actually come out of his mouth that it's going to be Blitzwing. And I think that's silly. But, you know, what do I know? I also have to make this point. Everyone who's saying that, oh, well, I knew it wasn't Starscream. Well, people were saying that it was also Ramjet 2. There was a whole there was a whole page. This is actually kind of funny. There was a page saying that, oh yeah, it's clearly Starscream. And I actually had an argument, and that person kept on saying, well, it's clearly Starscream. What else is there to talk about? There's nothing to talk about here. It's just that it's Starscream. That it's Blitzwing. Even I know I said in my reaction that, oh yeah, that's Starscream. But that's also a reaction. Like, there's going to be things where I say something in that video that just later does not come into play, like Predaking from the last night. I said that, oh yeah, that dragon's Predaking, and it's not Predaking. But then again, later on, down the road, I kind of figured that, okay, this is most likely not Predaking. It turned out it wasn't Predaking. Another example of some reaction that I do that my mind changes over time is the Robots in the Sky Soundwave, where I did an opening video and I said, oh yeah, I don't think I like this figure. And then later on, I started really liking that toy. So yeah, I just think it's interesting when I see my reaction on something and open something and I have a different opinion to when it officially comes out, you know? Some people might say, well, I don't want to do that because I don't like to speculate and I like to get my final opinion across so that it's not confusing or anything like that. But I just like to see how I feel now compared to how I'm going to think of this later. You know, my opinion's going to change on a lot of stuff anyways, you know. I don't think it's hypocritical to say, oh yeah, that's I thought that was Starscream, but then I changed my mind. You know, just because you changed your mind later on does not mean that you're a hypocrite. It just means you change your mind, you know. So other things from San Diego Comic-Con, I really like that Dropkick figure right now. Someone pointed out that it looked like Whirl. I was actually looking at that trying to think, oh, what does that remind me of? And as soon as they said Whirl, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what it is. In fact, it even has the cockpit on the chest. You could use that as Whirl so easily. We also have images of the almost Titan class changer thing, whatever they're called. Shatter, who she uses the wings down her arms, which is something that was seen in the official post or the official picture. So there's that. She looks okay, but I'm not gonna get it because it's too simple for me. I would like to get a deluxe class version of that toy. I would like to see a car version of that toy. And then we also have the Bumblebee movie character toys, which I'm just trying to see something because I think I just found something out. And that's what it looks like. Okay. So we can see wave 4 of the tiny turbo changers in one of the photos. And we can see some of the figures. So one of them is Optimus Prime in the red and blue color scheme. I guess that's meant to look like the figures that are coming out for the Bumblebee film. Which, by the way, don't expect any footage of Optimus Prime in the Bumblebee movie trailer coming up or whatever. because Peter Cullen has even said that Optimus Prime does not make an appearance, but whatever. So we get Optimus Prime, we get Bumblebee in the Volkswagen-esque design, so that's cool. We also have Scorn in brown for some reason, which is a little odd, and you can see his face right on the top, but I think that's mistransformed out of anything because the spines seem to be coming out of the tail and the head's right there, so I think that's supposed to rotate. But yes, we are getting a tiny turbo Scorn, which makes me want to get the Grimlock because we might get a Strafe later on. We also have a blue version of the Blackout, which could be Grindor. Someone said maybe it's Rotor Storm. I don't know. The last repaint we got the last repaint we got of him was in green, and apparently that was why am I not screen sharing this? Apparently that was Chopter. So I mean, anything could happen. Okay. So yeah, Optimus, Bumblebee, Scorn, and then the blue Blackout repaint that might have a new name. We also have a red variant of the Barricade, which I'm trying to think could be someone now. For a second there, I was thinking, oh, maybe that's Dino because Sideways kind of looks like Barricade. He got repaint in red. That was apparently Dino, but I don't think that's the case. Could be Stinger, maybe. I don't know, and they just didn't make a whole new toy for him. Kind of like how they just repainted the Hot Rod for Dino, but I don't think that's him. I think that might be. It could be Shatter too, and they just didn't give him a new mold. But I can't really think of anything else. Maybe it's just a brand new toy. Maybe it's Red Rage Barricade because there was a Red Rage Starscream or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm kind of getting a Dread vibe from it for some reason, even though I don't think it's a Dread. We'll just have to wait and see exactly what that is. Then we also have a blue car in the back that looks like a previous mold. It looks like the Soundwave. So I'm going to guess and say that is a G1 colored Soundwave out of anything. I have the Soundwave. That's exactly what it looks like. So I think that's what it is. We also have a Movie 2 version of Megatron in the back there, which they seem to be using a lot for a lot of the Megatron designs, or a lot of the Megatron toys use that design. So and before anyone says, "Oh yeah, that confirms that it's in the Bumblebee movie," that's the same design they used for Studio Series, so I don't think that's what's going on here. I think because they just used it for Studio Series, they're just using that design for the other toys as well. But cool that we're getting him. I'm not sure what his alt mode is. I mean, it could be a tank, could be the jet tank mode. I can't really see for sure, so whatever. But then I also saw on the package that it looks like we're getting another helicopter transformer. Now that helicopter transformer could be one of two things. I think it's Dropkick. However, here's another possibility. It could be Drift in the helicopter form. Now I think if it was Drift, it would be a much deeper blue, like the Blackout repaint or the Soundwave right there. But I'm just pointing out that, well, it could be. But I do think now, looking into it, that's Dropkick. You can see it on the side of the box. I don't know why no one's taken a good picture of the box. But yeah, you can see Megatron right there. He almost looks like he transforms into the Galvatron turret. But there's Shatter's alt mode. Shatter's robot mode. You can see she still has car parts. Her head looks like she's got headphones on. There's the in-package look. So yeah, this is not a deluxe class figure. I want to make that clear. And she almost looks like she has a face mask, because that is not what she looks like in the movie. The movie design, this could be concept art, but the movie design has a very almost Terminator look to her face. That does not look like the Terminator, but I could be wrong about that. Let's see. I just want to find. Yeah, there's the image right there. And yeah, that is not the face, but I could see how it could transform into that face mask look. So I think that's what's going to happen. I want to go to Cbtron. See if there's any news on that. Oh, I guess we could just go to here, but I gotta refresh it anyways. Oh yeah, Wave 2, or I'll just use this, I guess. Wave 2, yes, has been cited in Canada, or not Wave 2, but the Walmart exclusive G1 mini-bots reissues cited in Canada. Someone tried to tell me about that. Guess what? I know about it because TFW and Cbtron posted about it. I kept on trying to tell this guy that, hey, I get my news on Cbtron and TFW, so, you know, I can see it easily right here. But no, he constantly insists on showing me what TFW and Cbtron has, despite the fact that the reports are out anyways, and I can see it from here. The Last Night Cogman finally out in US retail, so that's good. Let's see. Is it here? I just wanted to see if they updated some more on the booth. Power of the Primes Wave 2 toys being restocked in the US. Hooray! Nope, that's not more photos of the booth. And these are videos of the booth, which I'm not going to go through. Because I don't want to get a copyright strike or anything like that. So yeah, oh, and also we got Flame Wars Tarn and Optimus and Starscream, but I don't really care about those toys. Let's see, and that's pretty much it for the news on SDCC 2018 Day 3. So not much going on. There's some stuff with the Bumblebee movie that's interesting, but not much to talk about until we get a trailer itself. So with that out of the way, let's go ahead and just quickly see if there's any questions in the chat. If this is somewhat of a reboot, then they probably won't die. But if it's still with the Michael Bay continuity, yeah, they said that they haven't really decided whether or not they're going to do a reboot. They're going to see what the Bumblebee movie does and then go from there. So all the reports saying that the reboot's going to happen, can't really say that that's going to happen. I honestly don't remember you commenting about the G1 reissues, so I can't really say. Hey, Panda Prime, I like you. They didn't go to some mild extremes to make her look feminine, but still kept it recognizable. Yeah. She's listening to some Stan Bush. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sharon Dropkick could go to the prison, but I don't think that prison was really developed until the Michael Bay universe films started rolling in. Because at that point, the Transformers got established. I mean, by Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers were known to exist. Pretty much the Fallen came out that, yeah, Cybertron exists. So I think by that point, that's when the prison started. Anyone else notice Ironhide's chest from War for Cybertron looks like cups? Trying to remember. They're cup holders. I thought Paramount said the Bumblebee movie was a reboot. I tried looking for any announcement, like any official announcement, but like I couldn't see anything. It was just more or less reports of people kind of taking stuff from other people. And like, as I said beforehand, they could just be talking about studio series because it pretty much reboots the movie toy line. What prison? The one that held Nitro Zeus, Mohawk, Berserker, Onslaught, and Dreadbot. You're out of sync. You're out of sync. Also, I kind of don't care because it's a live stream, and if that happens, it happens. How out of sync was that? Does anyone know the time code for when they say the Seeker was Blitzwing? I don't know. If they were in that prison, Megatron would have released them. Daniel, that's what happened in the last night. That's why he was trying to get the Decepticons released. You think that Megatron can just show up to a base and just take out the humans and release the Decepticons? They probably have a lot of security to stop him from doing that. And also, Megatron is only himself and Barricade at this point. So it's like, what, are 2 Decepticons gonna take out the prison and wipe out everything and release those Decepticons? Can't really rely on that. Hasbro sure has given us the 77 Camaro Bumblebee a lot in this movie line. It makes me wonder if the 77 Camaro is going to be in the movie for a good amount. Probably. Or it's like, it's the same thing as Megatron for the studio series. We've got a Bumblebee studio series of the old Camaro Bumblebee, so they're just making toys of it, you know. It's like I said earlier about Optimus Prime, is that he might not show up in an Earth-style mode, but they gave him the truck mode because it's nostalgic. This is taking place in the 80s. And they just made it as a toy, you know. Are we getting the tank mode for Blitzwing in the movie? I don't know, but it's kind of weird that we haven't heard anything about him actually being a triple changer. But the other 2 are apparently triple changers. Also, I noticed that all the 77 Camaro Bumblebees have no rust on them. Of course, this could be just Hasbro's laziness and suing, or it could mean that when Bumblebee first scans the car, it was not rusty. I don't know. What happens if you tell Starscream and Blitzwing that Blitzwing is going to be in the Bumblebee movie instead of Starscream? That should be a video. It would include both Hot Rod and Megatron. So they're above trolling us. If the Bumblebee movie is going to show him coming to Earth, it might also show Hot Rod coming to Earth. We'll just have to wait and see. I wouldn't mind that it's like Blitzwing would be in the film, but the problem with it is that it clearly looks like Starscream, and now it's Blitzwing. There's a part in the Bumblebee trailer where Bumblebee's chest looks different, kind of like a Jeep. Yeah, I've noticed that. And I was wondering if there's a different version of Bumblebee. I don't know. Does anyone know if the new one-step Megatron we're getting in the Bumblebee in line is the same as the Age of Extinction one? I don't think so, because this Megatron has to use and incorporate the little gimmick block thing that's now in the line. Movie Blitzwing could be one of the multiple Blitzwing clones from G1 Season 3. Yeah. Yeah, again, I have to make this point. Just because Megatron's getting a toy does not mean he's in the movie. He might be, but if anything, it would be long ago. So it would have to be a flashback because he's frozen in the Arctic during the time that most of this Bumblebee movie takes place. So I just think that the Megatron toys that are based on this Revenge of the Fallen design, because we're getting a tiny Turbo Megatron and we're getting a the One Step-esque Megatron. I think they're based on that because we got the Studio Series one, so it's just to be in line with it. Also, to the people just catching up, I don't know if you heard, but we are getting another Tiny Turbo series, which no one really seems to be focusing on. We could see all the Tiny Turbos from that box, but no one's taking pictures of it, and it pisses me off because we could clearly see that we're getting another wave of Tiny Turbos, but no one wants to focus on them. Anyways, we're getting a G1 colored Optimus Prime, which is still based on that Last Night Optimus. Kind of sucks, but whatever. We're getting Bumblebee in that Volkswagen alt mode, which is kind of weird, but okay. We're getting Barricade in red and black, which could be Shatter, and they just never bothered giving her another toy, or it's someone else. But I mean, basically, it's a red Barricade. We're getting Scorn in brown for some reason, which I want to get the other Dinobot that got released in the first wave. I believe that came out in black and purple too. We're getting a blue blackout repaint that could be Grindor or it could be Rotor Storm. We're getting a blue version of Soundwave, and we're getting Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, and it looks like from the package we might even get Dropkick or Drift in his helicopter mode. We'll have to wait and see. Which the Last Night Optimus are we getting? It's what? It's the Tiny Turbo that I'm talking about. It's a different color scheme for it. What if Blitzwing is a combined mode for Shatter and Dropkick? I don't think so. Though that would explain the gray and red. I now want a Blitzwing and Studio Series figure. I believe the next wave of Studio Series stuff is going to have the rest of the Autobots and Decepticons, but they don't want to show them off. I'm really interested on what Travis Knight's take on a Cybertron scene would be when he said it was awesome. That got me so hyped. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why Hasbro insists on putting Leader Class Megatron into Studio Series when he clearly had a very wide range release. You mean the Voyager Class Megatron into Studio Series? Insert broken English question here. Hello, we bought the robot. Gangsta Bob. Gangsta Pants. Did anyone see the Invader Zim movie trailer? I did not. I'm more excited for the fucking Clone Wars! Declan Soares. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the names. Master Builder 164 giving me reviews. The way that girl found Bumblebee is similar to how Cade found Optimus in AoE, I guess. If they do make a Blitzwing figure, will it be an actual triple changer or just two different toys? Maybe it won't have the tank mode. No, there were leaks. There was a leak picture with Leader Class The Last Night Megatron in Studio Series package. I believe he's number 25. But that doesn't make sense because number 25 is the Last Night Bumblebee. Because in the 2-pack we've got with the new Volkswagen and then the Last Night Bumblebee, it was number 24 and 25. So I don't know where you're getting that. We're going to get a Studio Series Megatron based on the Last Night coming up. Where did you hear that? Clone Wars save! Okay. Some people get upset with me that I'm skeptical about news. Like Optibotanist made the report that like he got information and that he said that Blitzwing is going to be in the film. It's not that I didn't believe Optibotanist. It's just I'm skeptical because of his source. I don't know. I didn't know who his source was. I honestly didn't look into it that much. I mean, I'm not even a news channel. I just talk about what I want to talk about. I constantly say this to people. I am not a news channel. I just talk about whatever I want to talk about. I might try to do videos on like the main things I want to talk about, and then hold off on some topics with live streams. Because I've noticed that my content lately has been just constantly, hey, this new figure, that new figure, that new figure, that new figure, this news, this news, this news, this news, and I want to work on other stuff. Roses are red, violets are blue. Travis isn't dumb enough to not have it be Starscream. Well, I don't know. Are you sure it's Optimus and not Bolt Matrix who hates Studio Series 01 Bumblebee? I would not like a Studio Series Hot Rod. I'll tell you why I don't, because they should focus on the other damn films. Unless it's unless Hot Rod is actually going to be in the Bumblebee movie. But as far as Last Night Hot Rod, nope. I guess it would make sense because they got the new lockdown, but I don't care. More Power of the Primes toys, please. Aren't you going to be disappointed because they're pretty much done with Power of the Primes? Which, by the way, I guess all the reports saying, oh, we'll get the rest of the Prime Masters. Yeah, kind of got sad news for you. Hot Rod is not French. He just likes the accent. I like my Last Night Transformers. I sent an image of Studio Series Megatron to you on Messenger if you want to look at it. Okay, let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Oh yeah. Will you look at that? That looks like it might be number 35. Hold on, because he sent it as an eBay link. So I'm gonna try and type out the eBay link and see if we get anything out of it. Come on. Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Well, isn't that interesting? Even though it's got a different title for the last night. Okay. Seems like we're getting a Studio Series Megatron. That's just a repaint of the last night. In fact, it almost looks like repackaged. Let me show this to you guys. Thank you, Panda, for showing this to me. Transformers Studio Series number 25 Megatron prototype mock-up packaging last night. Okay, so it's a mock-up. Okay. You almost got me there. So I guess, no, this is not a, this is not, yeah, okay, because the back of the packaging doesn't have anything. Oh, prototype package. I don't know. Well, it says mock-up, so. This is a packaging mock-up prototype from Hasbro. The figure looks the same as the later class last night Megatron. It looks as if this was a sample test for the packaging, the perfect one-of-a-kind piece for any Transformer collector sold as pictured. Yeah, but I'm not gonna pay $500 for a package that looks like this. I mean, cool, but I'm not gonna pay that much for it. I can tell you that much. It just looks like the Megatron. See, now here's the thing. Wouldn't it have said something like "not for sale" on something? I mean, yeah, it would say "not for sale." I'm not saying this is fake. I'm just saying take it or leave it. It also doesn't have the last night titles on it. So I don't know. I mean, take it or leave it, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's true, I'm just saying it might not be. You know, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. I know someone's going to say, well, someone made the figure. This is hilarious. Someone a while back said that, oh yeah, no one would create fake news online. And it's like, have you been reading the fake news online lately? And also, yeah, people make stuff up online for either attention or something. So. Again, I'm not saying that's a legitimate thing. I'm just saying that it might not be. Could be a prototype. Could be someone just making a box and selling it for 500. You know, could be anything. So anyways, with that said, I gotta head out. I gotta do other stuff. I gotta work on that Metal Hawk review. So I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you didn't, well, I don't know what to do. Blitzwing, you suck now. Can't even see him. No, he's a good figure. Hello, Tan Master. Hello, Explicit. I am the most basic Transformers fan there is. I recently watched Transformers the last night and feel like we most certainly need a day trader figure. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all those fun doodads. I know I already said that, but still. Hashtag not my Blitzwing. That's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time.